Hey folks, how's it going? Welcome to another video. I'm in the rainy Lake District. It's kind of hilarious because I have just come from home, which is literally double the temperature, 30 degrees. The Lake District seems to be the only place in the country where it's raining. Naturally, it is called the Lake District after all. Anyway, I'm parked just on the edge of Patterdale and I'm going to go up to Angle Tarn. It's the 16th of June. Tomorrow is the 17th of June. It's my birthday and I thought, why not do a wild camp on Angle Tarn? It's something I've always wanted to do. It's going to be my first wild camp in the Lake District. I'm excited. I'm also really exhausted. It's been a very turbulent time at the moment. I was in the Lake District last week and I've actually just come back up for this trip for a few days to do some stuff, but additionally, because I'm feeling so exhausted and mentally, emotionally, physically run down, I don't actually know what this trip is going to look like. So I've literally been taking it step by step. Lots of literallys today. I have been taking it step by step. First step was to drive here. Had a really good journey. I'm very grateful for that. Second step is to pack my bag. I'm seriously off food at the moment. I bought some waffles. I like waffles. They're a good treat in the mountains. So I'll pack some stuff in my rucksack. And I'm undecided as to whether I'm gonna wild camp and then walk back down and that's it, or whether I'm gonna wild camp and then do a loop around High Street. The weather looks like it's gonna clear tomorrow, which is fantastic. So again, that's why I'm taking it step by step. So pack the bag, get to Patterdale, walk up to Angle Tarn, pitch the tent bit by bit by bit, and then tomorrow I'm going to take it as it comes. I'm someone who gets very anxious about my birthday. I find it very tricky, and this year sort of no one was around, so I thought, well, why not come up to the Lake District? So that is what I'm doing. I feel like I'm also talking a lot because I'm delaying the inevitable, but the truth is, the sooner I get going, the sooner I'll be up the mountain, the sooner I'll be snug as a bug in my tent. So, are you with me? I really hope so, because I need some company. Nervous laugh. Ready, steady, go. Let's do it. Oh, I parked in a hedge. So, as I said, it's my birthday tomorrow, and I went to see my dad to drop Bobby off, and I got given this alpaca. We're not sure what to name it, but it's not coming on the hike. It's going to stay in the car, but I love the furry alpaca, so there you go. Life's good when you've got a furry alpaca in your life, eh? Right, boots, sort the carnage briefly, it shouldn't take too long, and then get going. I'm excited. It looks like it's sort of trying to clear, and I'm doing my yin yoga. Or not. Oh crap. Sadly, I forgot my special walking stick, so I'm gonna have to make do with a modern one. My actual walking stick is a proper stick. So I have this fancy pantsy Terra Nova one, which is just like that. It's very satisfying to do. Maybe it needs to be a little bit longer. I think I'm getting there. Just gonna do a final check and then lock the car and off we go. Actually, I don't know whether to go that way or that way. Doesn't really matter, but eventually I'll end up that way. There we go. Waterproof covers on. This thing is not as heavy as I thought it would be, actually. Just as the rain starts getting heavier, it's coming in from over there. Go away! Be gone with you, precipitation. You're not welcome here. It's a very bad way to put a backpack on, but... Okay, so the only thing I can say is ow right now, because yesterday I was out cycling in 30 degrees and I have the worst sunburn on my back. And to make matters worse, earlier today, getting into my car, I caught my back on the top of the car frame and I literally took off a chunk of flesh about that big. Very, very sad. Very accident prone. Right, let's get moving before this gets any wetter. Oh, that really hurts. Never mind. Bye car, until tomorrow. Let's head into Patterdale, up the road. It's about half a mile. Crossing over. Doo -doo -doo -doo. I like walking this way, it looks clearer. Just don't look behind us. So it's 6 o'clock, no, that's a lie, it's 5:45, which is actually half decent timing. I don't know what time I'll be up there, but I'm hoping for around 8ish. I really don't know if it's going to take that long, we'll see. Angle Tarn is a popular wild camping spot, and I'll fill you in as to why I've chosen this spot that I want to camp today when I'm up there. But I was just reflecting, I haven't walked very far, already reflecting. Walking tends to do that to me. That literally 2 months ago, I headed out for a wild camp on Exmoor for the sake of it. It was my first ever for the sake of it camping trip, or wild camp, just one night, because I'm trying really hard to work with my anxieties around wild camping and be very honest about the sort of psychosis episodes that I've had around wild camping and the vulnerabilities that they expose within me. Then I did the Dartmoor Way, which was 5 days and nights, no, 6 days, 5 nights of wild camping. And since then, I've done a couple more and I've just done them. And also I am walking to just do a wild camp. What is happening to me? The fear is definitely being overcome. That is something worth celebrating.
The walk into Patterdale was simple enough. I passed by the Youth Hostel Association in Patterdale, a retro Scandinavian style building full of character, and then a small pond of water sitting on the edge of Goldreel Beck.
Alright, Patterdale is just down there. So there's the White Lion Inn, there's the little store that celebrates Wainwright, and I'm going to be taking this turning over the bridge. It's a dead end, but you can cut right the way down to the campsite on Earlswater itself, the lake. So cross over the bridge and then we're going to begin our ascent. I can already tell you, I'm not going to need this for very long. We get beyond the trees, and just in the corner there is the sparkling surface of Earlswater. Can you see the wall of white ahead of us? Yeah, that's the weather coming in, sadly. Oh, never mind. I can feel the moisture being splattered against my face with the breeze. almost action time, I think. Waterproof's on. Yeah, looks like we're gonna get caught, sadly. But the weather shifts and changes here a lot. Still a few hours of light. It might ease. Yeah, I feel a bit too lazy to put this on properly. It's not like it's actually cold. I mean, it will be if I get wet, but I think if I can manage this, what I'm gonna do is put it on like this. Yeah. And then like this. Ta-da! Oops. There we go. Easy peasy. Tripod. Whoa. Stick. Ah. I mean, it sort of works. Just got to tuck it in a bit. Ridiculous. Oh, about to turn a year wiser. I think not. Look at this path though. Just contouring around. See what I mean by it's fairly straightforward. And Angle Tarn's just over the brow there. Go away, clouds! Be gone with you! Sheep are like, welcome to the Lake District. I think though from here, you can see why on a clear day this is a pretty spectacular path. Just so easy. And the rewards, second to none.
I was walking under the shadow of Angle Tarn Pikes, which takes its plural name from the 2 rocky towers that make up its summit.
Shouldn't be too much further now. Oh, she says, and there it is. Oh geez, that's a sudden wash of emotion I wasn't quite expecting to have to deal with. This is a big moment, guys. This is a big moment. I can't wait to get the tent up. Here we go. Oh, the cloud has come in now. Well, we should be able to see it when we're right upon it, right? One, 2, 3, 4. There's at least 4 other wild campers here. I told you I wouldn't be alone. That's brilliant. Alright, so let's get down to the water and see if we can find somewhere flattish to pitch up. Definitely looks like all the prime pictures are taken. Sad. Sad. So there's loads of flat spots around there, but as I say, that's where everybody else is. So I thought I'd have a quick look around here. It's pretty wet underfoot. I don't know what the clouds are doing. I'm just letting them faff around. They're just playing. I'm kind of tempted to go on top of one of these things, but then everyone can see me. But then I'm like king of the castle. I quite like the idea of being king of the castle, you know what I mean? Let's have a look. Hello, Angle Tarn. It's been a while. This is amazing. I could pitch here. As I say, it's wet underfoot, but not too bad. Oh my flipping life. I'm going to put a tent up here, people. I'm going to put a tent up here. This is crazy. Yeah, I'm happy with this. As I say, a little wet. Oh look, we've even got, try not to destroy the camera, a feather. Feather marks the spot. That's a pretty good sign for me actually. Ugh. Goose feather. Ta-da! Welcome to tonight's camp. Pretty happy with this. Alright, camera is all set up to go, but I'm just going to dump my stuff because I just want to run up there and see what the view is like. Because actually, if that's a half decent view, I am game to be king of the castle. Stay. Please don't be too slippery, you all believe. Thank you. Oh, there's goose feathers everywhere.
Clearly the geese hang out here. I will not be alone. This is the joy of not having hiked very far. I have energy. Ah, jeez. Good stuff. Yeah, it's quite cool up here as well, actually, to be fair. Oh, jeez. Okay, change the plan. I'm coming up here. Let's keep going over to here. Clearly this spot's been used a lot. Look how trampled down that is. I think this is where we're going to go. Proper good views over the entire site. I keep looking outside and it looks like the cloud is coming in a little bit thicker. I mean, it's just swirling around, but it definitely means there's moisture in the air, so actually staying in the tent is the sensible thing to do in order for one to stay dry. But I made a brew. The trouble with these aluminium mugs is they get so hot and you have to wait for the mug to cool down before you can actually drink the contents. I might start making food actually. It is 8 o'clock, I'm all pitched up now, so timing was as expected. Although I've been faffing around filming for ages. So yeah, make some food, then I might have a wander around if it starts to clear. I know, as I say, 16th of June today, 2021. There's a fair amount of daylight about if the clouds decide to shift. So I might have a wander around and then we'll have a little bit of a chat about why I'm actually here today. It's so hot. So tonight's meal, in case you're interested, is a tent meal. It's one I've had before. It's a Moroccan main meal. It's literally got mango pieces, raisins, apricots and walnuts. You can see them all in there, the seeds and the stuff. The only thing with these, I mean, this is super compact. It's really light, 128 grams. The only thing with these is you have to cook them in something rather than it being like a dehydrated meal that you pour water in, stir it and do it in the bag. Just not going to work. So yeah, let's get this thing open. I've got my little squirt here and then pop it in there with some hot water. Bring it on.
Oh, if you could smell the spices, it literally smells like Morocco. I have been to Morocco. This smells like Morocco. Let's get cooking. Look at that. That is a whole apricot. Walnuts, mango, just everything is good about this. Really nutritious. It just tastes so good. Yeah. Get couscous out my teeth. Right, I've eaten. I think it's time that we climb the hill, see if we can get some views, and hopefully get some signal. I want to give Anna a ring, let her know that I'm here. There is 0 service here, so if I climb up a hill, I might have a chance that I'll get some service. Right, my post-dinner walk. Let it commence. What do I even need? Not a lot, I don't think. So, I want to go up there. May as well bring this one. Alright. Stay there, Tend. Don't run away from me. I'll be back. Let's go. So squishy and wet underfoot. But it's all good. Where am I going? Over there. It's sort of a track, actually. There you go. Again, looks like some kind of path here. Like people have been up here before. I am not an explorer, sadly. Following in the footsteps of many. Oh, it's quite fresh now, actually. Nearly at the top. So far my phone has not gone ping. It's a bit sad really, isn't it, coming up here for signal, but never mind. Also for the view. Oh no, this is where you're the king at the castle. If you camp here. Wow, look at this. I mean, coming up here for signal is one thing. Coming up here for the views is another. Gosh, that's half decent. Wow. Incoming plane helicopter thing. Can't zoom in, I'm on a prime lens, but look at that. Jeez. It's like something out of a sci-fi movie. Well, sadly there is no service, so that's that. Let's head back to the tent, whip another brew up, and then let's have a conversation. So I just come up here, try to signal one more time, and you can see that line of the sunset. It's clear over there. Beautiful. Okay, so check this out. I'm filming the sunset, which is over here, and it's coming back here. But then if I come around, look at that. The sun is illuminating the landscape around the tarn. I had literally no idea it would do that. So the main sun must be coming around and actually be over there, but I'm kind of missing it. But I have no regrets because this is pretty decent as well. Wow. You know, given what I drove through, I didn't expect this. Beautiful. What a blessing right now to experience this. Well, you can see the sun is setting. It's nearly disappeared. I've been filming it and I've just loved it. Had a few really mindful moments, but also just enjoying the creative art of capturing the landscapes. And as I'm stood here, getting quite cold now actually, I also feel really warm in here. You know, I am a heart and a body person. I have a lot of logic. I'm able to see things from a lot of angles, but that sometimes disarms me. And my power is in my intuition, my power is in my feeling. I am a deeply sensitive person, and I'm learning to own that and use that in a way that empowers me and helps me live a rich, fulfilled life. I have wanted to come here since 2018. I walked the coast to coast. I woke up early, I was camping down in Patterdale, and I walked up here and I walked past Angle Tarn, and I remember seeing some wild campers, and I said to myself, almost subconsciously, that one day, I am going to come here to Angle Tarn and I am going to wild camp. Now that was 2018, that was right back at the beginning of the forging, the beginning of Spend More Time in the Wild. 210 miles I walked, 10.5 days. It was one of the first long distance backpacking trips I ever did by myself. And I have stuck with that feeling. And I've already mentioned that over the last couple of months, I've spent a lot of time and effort and pushing myself into different situations to get comfortable and more secure in my abilities when it comes to wild camping, to face all of the anxieties from where am I going to pitch, to what about water, to what about the weather, to yada, yada, yada. And I can't believe that the 16th of June, 2021, I have just walked up here and I am wild camping at Angle Tarn. It is the most incredible feeling. It was a huge, monumentous task to get myself here. Last time I was in the lakes, just a week ago, I couldn't do it. I didn't feel well enough. I actually had a mental health crisis and I ended up going home because of that. But I couldn't do it. I felt too isolated, too alone, too disempowered. I was completely disarmed by my mental experience. I've been home for a week and I have put myself through my paces of gradually stitching back together the damage that was done through the crisis, of healing the bad voices in my head and what they cause. I built myself back up, and I knew that if I didn't get myself here today, I would be so disappointed. I wanted to wake up here on my birthday, my 25th birthday. There's not much else I could be doing. And I thought, why not? Why not fulfill a long-held promise to myself? Because I want my birthday to be a celebration of who I am, to really be able to own my life, to own my journey, to stop apologizing for being a deeply sensitive person and start embracing the complicated mess that I am. Because it's that complicated mess that has allowed me to stand here right now running Spend More Time in the Wild, which inspires and empowers millions of people to get outside for mental and physical health. What an incredible thing it is. And it's only really recently, in the last 12-18 months, that I've started to build my very own community, my very own network of people that can cheer me on and encourage me. And in the struggle of getting myself here, you know, I've reached out to those people, that network of unconditional love. People who celebrate me and know that this would be important for me. They knew this would be important for me. And now that I'm here, having come through the turmoil, I just feel weak at the knees. I just feel so humbled. You know, this is where I come alive. In the sunsets and the sunrises, in the mountains and the summits, in the clouds and the snow and the valleys and the forests, by the rivers, by the lakes. This is where I come alive. This is nature. If you ever want to get to know me, it's to come to nature. And I tell myself that when I feel lost, it's to get into nature, to get my feet on the ground, to run my hands through the trees, to listen to the skylarks and feel the breeze on my face. If there's anywhere I belong, it's here. This is where my soul flies free. This is what it is to live wild. And I'm so, so, so grateful to be here right now. I can feel myself coming back out. I'm getting grounded. I'm coming back into alignment. The puzzle pieces are being stuck back together. And I'm really excited to wake up here tomorrow morning and see what the rest of the day, tomorrow, my birthday, my 25th birthday, has to offer. Bring it on. Well, I'm surviving the midges. They're just not the most fun thing in the world to deal with when you have skin like mine. Ugh. Anyway, morning. It's just gone 6 o'clock. The cloud has been swirling around a little bit. I've watched it, and behind there's actually an inversion, but the clouds have just lifted up, so even if I hiked over there, I wouldn't be able to see it, unfortunately. It's a little bit sad, but not the end of the world. It feels fantastic to wake up here today, but also I didn't sleep very much, so I feel really tired. And unlike when I go backpacking, I am not going to rush this morning getting off. I'm gonna drink a couple of coffees, do a bit of reading, maybe some writing, and then leisurely, actually that's a lie, nothing about taking down the tent is going to be leisurely because of the midges. I didn't bring any repellent, but then I'll take down the tent and we'll get hiking. I think I am going to end up doing my round up to High Street. I just don't feel hugely energized, so I think I just need to give myself a chance to get my body and my head into that space. And then where I stay tonight or what I do tonight, I have no clue. I'll have to figure that out later. And then yeah, let the rest of the trip unfold. So I'm also here to do a little bit of a memorial for Penny, my Westie. She passed away on the 19th, so today is happy birthday to me. I'm 25 years old. Jeez. Birthdays are weird. Like, I find them hard. I really do find them hard. But I'm trying not to avoid them anymore, but just change my mindset. This year is just a little bit tricky, but at least I'm out here doing this, and I've got to celebrate that, and I am celebrating that with a dodgy coffee, which has midge mulch in it. Get out of my tent. You are not welcome here. Don't get out. Help! Look at that. The sun is coming out. That's exciting. It's burning off the cloud there.
Oh man, the sun is shining. It's just a brilliant morning. I'm feeling very calm inside, which is actually perfect. I couldn't ask for anything more. I'm gonna walk back up to where I watched the sunset because there was signal there. I'm gonna give Anna a ring, just have a little birthday morning catch up, and then I'll get back and take down the tent and head on out. I feel no desire to rush at all. The whole day is mine in the mountains. Just gonna see what we can make of this. There's my little camp, just there. Views are opening out. You know, it's actually going to be really nice to look back over where the sun set last night in the daylight. Wow, it is so warm. Jeez. And here we go, this is where I stood and watched the sunset. So there should be signal around here. The views simply blew me away. A vast mountain scenery, full of every shade of green, brown, grey and blue. It stole my heart without a second glance. I could see Brothers Water too, once called Broadwater, near Hartstop, reflecting the milky-coloured clouds in the sky. It was simply beautiful. Hi! Good morning. Alrighty, so that was a nice phone call. Heading back to camp now. Just realised I need to filter some water, so I'm going to get on that, then break camp. It's such a fine line with me. There's just this line, like imagine a line, and then I just fluctuate up and above it and then down below it all the time, moment by moment, and it's hard work keeping up with myself. You know, in one way I feel very happy and humbled to be here, and others I just feel completely empty and very alone. I'm not alone, but that's how I feel. Well, I am alone, but oh geez, never mind. At least the weather is good. Right, step by step, see if we can make something of today. Back at the spot where I was going to pitch yesterday, slight problem. You see that? I don't know what algae that is. What if that's blue-green algae? I think that's what it's called anyway. It's poisonous. Not good at all. So I don't have much water. This is the problem. I could chance looking at the map and seeing if I can find some streams or something. Maybe that might work. I don't really know. Nothing. Oh wait. Sulphury gill. That might have something in. It's quite a way away though. Flowing water is going to be much better. So if that gill doesn't have any water, I will have no water today. Not ideal. Maybe I'll take down camp first and just sit with that. Here we go. Home sweet home. Is the water that I have left. Hopefully I don't have to last the whole day with just this. Now that is what I'm talking about. Leave no trace. And no one will ever know I was here. Meanwhile, I might just pop down there and see what the water situation is. I genuinely am concerned about the algae. Obviously I have no internet to see if there's any reports or anything. I think I'll just fill up one bottle, maybe like a litre, and then I'll have to figure out the rest when I find that gill later today. That's sad, isn't it? plastic bag. There actually is quite a lot of evidence of people being here. Look, something in the water there. Ah, shame. And there is the algae on the surface. Maybe I'll ask those wild campers over there. I think that's what I'll do. I'll just check in with them. See if they know I'm not here alone. And if they say, oh yeah, don't drink the water, then I won't drink the water. Can you hear that? Alright, that's a bit too deep. Shame. Morning guys, sorry to bother you. I have a question. Have you guys been using the water?
Yeah.
You have? Interesting. I was just having a bit of a debate with myself because over there's a lot of what looks like the blue-green algae.
Right.
And I was like, just wasn't sure if it was okay, but if you guys are drinking it then...
We did boil it off.
Boil it, yeah. I've got a filter, so
yeah.
I think I'll do that then.
Yeah.
Cool, I just wanted to check. So, you know when you have those moments where it's like, this needs to be run by someone. Cheers, guys. You too. In order to filter my water, I use a Sawyer micro squeeze and a Knock water bladder. I fill the bladder with water, then screw the micro squeeze onto the bottom. I filter the water through the micro squeeze into an open-topped bottle for simplicity's sake. And then, whilst taking in the view, I pour this into a narrow-topped bottle. It's a good system, and quite simple, but I haven't yet got used to the laborious task of filtering water. It certainly takes a while, but it's a good chance to take in the scenery. Tastes okay. Right, so filled up this 1 litre, got half of that, which is like 350, and then this unfiltered, which I'm going to carry with me today, so should very much see me through the day. Let's get on to the trail. Oh. Well, this is it. Waving goodbye to Angle Tarn for now. It has been incredible, an absolute treat. Let's press on up into the mountains. So chuffed. Just so chuffed. So the current plan is to continue along this path, which is still the coast to coast path, and skirt around the base or the edge of the Knott, which is a peak here in amongst this this mass of peaks,
and then climb up to the top of High Street, and then from there should be pretty level walking with fantastic views all around. And it's exciting because I've never actually walked up there, at least not within my conscious memory. So we'll wave goodbye to the Coast to Coast path at the junction towards Kidsty Pike, which is where I climbed the wrong mountain. More on that later. And I'm really just trying to take my time today, be absorbed in the mountains, just enjoy the steady pace. I don't need to rush for anything. This is such a luxurious experience. And actually, I think pretty soon up here, we're going to pass through what I have coined the gateway to heaven. See if we can find it. Here we go. I'm pretty sure the gateway to heaven is just around here. Look. Oh, jeez. There it is. You ready? Bosh. Look at that. Just incredible. So basically it's just an old gatepost, but I love it. It's just such a significant place. And you can see they're about as tall as I am. I'm 5'7". But just all around is 360 peaks. Just really in the heart of the mountains here. There's nobody within sight or sound. This is the gateway to heaven. You know, it amazes me how vividly I can recall my memories of walking along this path in 2018. It's just a wee whippersnapper. But I can almost put myself right back into the thoughts and the mindset that I was in at the time as well. It really is so important to keep a check of the words we speak over ourselves, because the good and the bad, they infiltrate into us on a very visceral level, and they become who we are. We are an accumulation of what we say and what we do and what we think. And we have to guard that, and we have to coach that and train that and steer that, especially when you're dealing with mental health. And just being up here, you know, the Coast to Coast was a really good trail for me. I had a couple of little blips, but I was very proud of my achievement. I felt strong and capable, and it was just one of the foundational steps I had to take, foundational trails I had to hike in order to really begin sure-footedly to reach and stay on the path I'm on today. It taught me a great deal about myself, and those truths have spurred me on into bigger adventures, and they continue to spur me on, and have got me here today. So up ahead of us is Rest Dodd at 690 something meters above sea level. So I actually could have bared right back there and just contoured, but I figured since I'm up here, I haven't done these little peaks before, so get them done, tick them off, and then continue on to the Knott. This is a good day. Feeling good. Told you, fine line, ups and downs all the time. It's quite disorientating, but I have to take it as it comes. Work with myself, talk myself through things, and just keep going. You can see how this would be wet underfoot in the winter season. All this slumping going on, which is where the peat bog drops down because of the moisture. Speaking of peat bog, oh geez, and that just keeps going. Didn't think that through, did I? Alright, let's keep going. There we go, this looks hopeful. Top of Rest Dodd. Oh, actually, it's over there. False summit. Boom. Over there we go.
From the summit, I could see over towards the Knott and along the ridge that makes up High Raise and Red Crag.
Alright, leaving the peak behind. We're going to drop down now to rejoin the path that we left. That's going to take us up and around the Knott. So I've been to the top of the Knott before. The path loops round, so I don't feel the urge to run to the top of there. And then it's on towards High Street and the highest point for today. Just ahead there, we've got our first views over Hazewater, which is another tarn. I actually don't know if that one's a reservoir. I think it might be. And you can walk up from the valley. So it's another popular route for people to walk. Man, I felt that downhill actually. Don't know why. Got a little waterfall here and we're back on the main path. So up to the Knott now. Feeling good. Just hot. Hang on a minute. It's literally just dawned on me where we are. This is Sulphury Gill, where I was going to try and get water earlier. That's cool. So that is actually a flowing water source. Yeah. That's better. Right, let's go. This is good, we're gaining elevation now. So we're just about to hit the junction point where we go left on towards Kidsty Pike and straight on towards High Street. And rumour has it that High Street is so flat and broad that Romans used to race chariots up there. Pretty cool, hey? Down here in the bowl, can't really see it, is Hazewater. Oh, I can a little bit. And then we can see our entire ridge around. I'm actually a bit nervous about the down. My legs are not enjoying that today. But for now, I'm not going to worry. There's plenty more up to go. Stunning, this is just stunning. Really cool with this wall. Almost like Hadrian's wall, but not. Here's the junction. So, Kidsty heading on that way, coast to coast. And we are going straight. Hello. This is a good climb. I can just remember when I realised I left my pack somewhere along this wall and I ran up to the top. There was no point carrying my pack all the way up. This time there is. And I won't have the dilemma of trying to remember where I left my pack. I think it was around here that I left my pack actually. And then I legged it to the cairn at the top. Here we go then. Fantastic views all around over Lakeland Fells. And we've reached the top of High Street. Actually also, this patch is called Racecourse Hill. So it really likely is associated with the Romans' use of the area. 282 metres. No, 828 metres above sea level. That'd be disappointing if all that work was for 200 metres. This is new territory for me now, heading up to Thornthwaite Beacon, and then we're going to loop round. So this really shouldn't take too long. stunning views just in every direction. I can't even begin to describe what it's like being here. Just when you're fully immersed in the mountains, there's nothing quite like it. And the only way to really experience it is to come and be fully immersed in the mountains. Not gonna lie, this is a good way to spend a birthday. And I was reflecting earlier, like, I've always wanted to do this. I've always wanted to have a birthday here in the Lake District. And it's officially happening today. Amazing. Only taking a quarter of a century. I've just been looking at the map actually. I've sort of not allowed myself to look at the entire route for quite a while now, as in months. And today I just had another look and I realised, oh, we don't actually go along this crag here. We drop down the other side of Thornthwaite Beacon, so that'd be cool. And then basically it's a valley walk all the way back to Patterdale to Hartstop. It's probably going to be hot down there. There's the one thing with these hot days. Being in the mountains is always a little bit of a luxury. Here we go. Thornthwaite Beacon, 7, 8, 4. Now I think it's time to eat my apple, which is pretty much the only piece of food I have, and sort out the liquid situation. I have not drunk enough today. Not for this heat at least. Throw out this rock. There we go. Well, I've been sat here for quite a while. Just made a couple of phone calls, had a little bit of food that I had. I've eaten that now. Filtered some water, so that's good. And now I'm really quite fresh, so it's time to get moving. I think it's just all the sweat on my skin and the moisture from yesterday when I got damp in the cloud wetness. So there's two ways I can go, either down here or along the wall and drop down. But basically it's going to be quite a quick descent, and then we'll be walking along it. Pasture River, is that what it's called? Pasture Gill, something like that. That's going to take us to Hartstop, and then from Hartstop we loop round to Patterdale. So it's going to be good. I'm feeling quite tired now actually, just sleepy tired. So gonna get moving. I'll keep this on for the time being. I don't think it'll be for too long, and then yeah, begin our loop back down into the valley and round to the car. Bye Thornthwaite Beacon. Sure, I'll see you again soon. Let's get down this mountain. Here we go. Gosh, look at this view just round the corner. You can see all the way down the valley to Owlswater. That is something else. Looks like it's quite steep down now to the river. Alright, let's get my body in downhill mode. Body and brain actually, because it does require a wee bit of thinking. It's a bit of a switchbacky path, and just a little bit screedy, but not too bad. This very mildly reminds me of one of the stretches on the Tour de Mont Blanc, heading down from, oh, I can't remember what col it was, but 2,500 meters or so, and then it was dropped down literally 1,000 meters on scree and rubble, much steeper and gnarlier than this. So knowing that I've done that, I feel, generally speaking, like I can do most things. That was an amazing trip though. I am so shaped by all of these places I've been in, experiences and adventures I've had. They are the true essence of who I am as an individual. So very nearly at the base now, or the col, and you can see this little path going down there. I think it's a sheep track, but then we're heading that way anyway, so I might just try and hop, skip and jump across the wall, maybe a little bit further down, and then that's enough for the scree. Not this big deal really. Cross the wall as you do. Ta-da. Job done. Right, let's go. I'm heading down through the bog, as you do when there's a solid path around the corner. Now I'm going to pick that up in a second. Underneath Stony Cove Pike. This area is, what is it called? Thwaite something Cove, which is interesting. Cove, it's like I'm in Cornwall. Anyway, so I begin the descent now. I think I'm going to use this time for reflection actually. It's kind of nice when you're walking in one direction down a valley or a dale or a glen or whatever, because you know the view shifts and changes, but it doesn't. So it's a nice opportunity for me just to go within and have some inner conversations with oneself. So I'll see how that goes. Sometimes I'm not very good at talking to myself.
The views down the valley really were stunning, and the path itself crossed over a number of streams and gills, all bubbling away in their endless pursuit of a larger body of water.
And so we go over the wall, or through the wall rather. I kind of wish I'd done that, actually, come down this ridge. But it is interesting here, being able to see the valley, which undoubtedly was scraped and carved by a glacier during the last ice age 10,000 years ago or so. And it's cool because we've got these lumps and bumps here at the base of the valley. And I can only presume they are glacial moraines. So as the glacier moved down the valley, basically, it scrapes up debris and rock and rubble and then deposits it in heaps like this. And obviously now they've all grown over, but it's just a real geographical marvel to be walking through. And you know, it really bears witness to how the Lake District has been formed into what it is today. Just one of many natural and human geographical processes that make it the Lake District.
The river was lovely, all steadily flowing water and gnarly stones. The area was mined for lead during the 19th century, and there were a number of shafts and the remains of buildings dotting the pathside. This was an industry that partly shaped the landscape that we could see today.
Can we just have a moment of appreciation? I just love these dry stone walls, and they just go up the mountain. Someone built that. There are thousands and thousands of miles of dry stone walls here in the Lake District, and Yorkshire Dales as well actually. So they are many of them are very ancient. Definitely worth taking some time to appreciate. All right, next point of interest is this puddle, which has tadpoles in it. It is June the 17th and there are tadpoles. Can you see them? It's very hard to see, but the reason why it's moving is because there's tadpoles in it. Whoa. My mind is blown. No comment. Oh, jeez. I'm comment on that though. Is that a word? Does that count? Alrighty, just on the final leg now down into Hartstop, which which is a collection of houses, and then from there we will basically follow the road parallel all the way to Patterdale. I think it's about a mile and a half, something like that. So very nearly there now. Well, actually, not quite. Probably 2.5 miles or so to go, but still, it's going well. Huh. Here's the new territory. So Pasture Beck, that's what we just followed, and then Hazewater. So if we wanted to go up to the reservoir, it'd be that way. Definitely gonna have to do that at some point. And then meanwhile, we have a car park here, which I also have never parked in. That gate is locked. Smooth. So here we go. Can park here for Hazewater. Geez, I'm sure cars are getting bigger these days. And I have to take note of this. Check it out. Oh, jeez. This is elderflower. So it's just a beautiful flower that comes out. It's actually quite late this year. It's so pungent. And of course you get elderflower berries. I'm sure some people have had elderflower wine. But for me, it's about the cordial. And as soon as I get home in a few days, I'm going to be picking this stuff and making some homemade cordial. It's a cool house.
This penultimate leg took me through a collection of buildings on the edge of Hartstop. Country houses boasting vibrant, cultured and wildflowers of every kind and colour.
Can you hear the birds? Song thrush, blackbird, robin, wren, they're all going for it. Alright, I think this is our turning. So the main road is literally 50 metres down there. So we're going to turn off here along this track, which will just take us all the way to Patterdale. We have a billboard. Historic modification to Goldwell Beck has resulted in a straight walled channel disconnected from its natural floodplain and lacking the capacity to store sufficient water during periods of high rainfall, contributed to serious flooding over the last decade. Working with Natural England, an environmental agency, to restore the beck to a more natural course and the wilder landscape, helping nature to flourish. Interesting. Old river channel. And the new river channel has a meander in it, and it involves diggers. Very interesting. What does this say? Working together to protect our red squirrels. Good stuff. And then we have a bridge, which I'm not going to use because I can ford this on foot. Oops. And then just up there is a waterfall.
This was Eden Beck, its source sitting near Angle Tarn, high up in the mountains above me.
So this here must be the old channel that is now dry, and we're following it. I guess maybe they'll just fill it back in. Look what we have here. Another path there. Pretty sure you could follow that one all the way up to Angle Tarn if you wanted to. So we don't have far at all to go until we reach Patterdale. Very nearly back. It's a shame I can't cut through the fields to get to the car, but actually I'm hoping the Patterdale stores are open. I can buy a drink. I really need to rehydrate. Feeling quite tired now. Just lethargic, tired. But also I'm feeling really fulfilled, really accomplished. It's just an amazing thing to be able to tick off something that for 3 years you've said to yourself you're going to do, And then to do it, it's just, I don't know, couldn't have asked for a better experience with, really. The drive up yesterday was great, the walk up was great, the sunset was great. Didn't sleep so well, but I'll take that. And then today, the weather has been fabulous. I'm just trying to keep on top of everything, really. I'm grounded, but I'm really not, because it's a lot to take in, you know. And here we go, just fine Lakeland views to end the day. So I'm gonna head into Patterdale, hopefully get myself a drink, maybe even an ice cream, but I don't want to get too excited. I just don't know what the state of things are going to be there. It'll be 5 o'clock by the time I reach the village. I have to say, it's been a pretty good birthday. What a nice way to ease into my 25th year, and I hope there will be many, many more adventures to come, and hopefully you guys will join me for a bunch of them as well. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you've been inspired to head outside and explore new regions and hike up mountains or cross rivers or do whatever takes your fancy, but get outside and have a good time. Tune into who you are and just be open to whatever the natural world might be wanting to show you. Thank you for watching, guys, and until next time, enjoy those adventures and stay wild. I'll see you soon. That's where we went up yesterday.